Yo, what the heck is wrong with the power bill? It's almost double this month. You money-sucking shut-in. Now you're sucking up all the electricity too?
What's up? I'm not sure what you mean, Dan.
There's no way that just the two of us spent $200 on electricity last month. How do you even spend that much with just two people? What have you been doing that's been wasting so much electricity?
It's winter. Of course our electricity usage is going to go up. This happens every year. Also, electricity prices went up last November. That's not something I have any control over.
I never heard of any price increases. Where did you see this?
What? Did you not see it on the news? It was a big story. It made local headlines at the time. It had something to do with the prices of coal and natural gas sharply rising.
Come on, Amy. You expect me to believe that?
What? Did I say something wrong?
What does natural gas and coal have to do with anything? You think them going up in price has anything to do with our electricity bill?
The electricity that is provided to us is made using fossil fuels. That's how the local power plant generates it. Basically, if the price of fuel increases, the price of electricity generated from that fuel will increase as well. That's just the economics of it.
Look, I haven't got a clue what you've been rambling on about.
How can you not get it? It isn't that complicated. I think I've explained it pretty clearly. Not understanding is on you.
Okay, let me try and summarize it then. It's a simple matter of you being wasteful which caused our bill to rise this much. You're the homemaker. It's your job to do something about it. Do your job.
Hello? Have you been listening at all?
Have you? I'm telling you it's your problem to fix. No elaborate explanations are going to change that.
This obstinate attitude of yours is making my head hurt.
You sure it's not hurting because of what went down this morning?
I'm sure it's a contributing factor.
That's my right hook for ya. I got you clean in the kisser. You should have seen the dumb look on your face after. It was frickin' hilarious.
I didn't find it funny at all. And why would you just up and hit me out of the blue? Was there a reason for doing that?
This whole conversation is about the reason. The damn electricity bill was too high last month.
You hit me over a bill?
When I saw the bill, it put me in such a foul mood. So I used you as a punching bag and let a little steam off. Strictly speaking, your spending was the source of my anger, so me getting a little physical with you was just me getting even.
Are you a psycho? You can't just do that to people. You don't even bother apologizing and using some stupid bill as an excuse to hit me. I'm your wife, Dan.
Excuse or not, that's what happened and that's why I did it. And why should I apologize? A housewife who leeches off her husband has no rights. I own you, so be quiet.
You are such low-life scum, Dan.
What the hell did you call me?
You're more rotten than I ever could have ever imagined.
Right back at you. I never thought you would be so annoying.
I didn't even want to be a stay-at-home wife in the first place. You made me. Please, I'm at my limit. Even if it's part-time, let me work.
Nope, rejected. I formally reject your request.
Why? Just what reason could you have to keep me locked up in here?
It's a simple matter of optics. Have you considered what people would think if you did that?
I don't know if you know this, but people really don't care about you nearly as much as you think they do.
It's always a fight with you. Whatever I say, you have something to say back. Do you know how frustrating that is to deal with? It's maddening. I'm even getting to the point where I'm starting to consider a divorce.
Huh? A divorce? You wouldn't.
You'd like to think that. But you have no one else but me. No parents, no relatives, nobody there for you. If we were to get a divorce, you would be all alone in this world. Is that fine with you? Is that what you want, Amy?
Dan, that's going way too far. I can't believe you would leverage the passing of my parents against me like this.
Well, if you don't like it, then from here on, I want reductions in living and food expenses. Across the board. I want everything reined in to under $200 per month.
That's an impossible task. It can't be done! A meager $200 for 2 grown adults? There's no amount of accounting magic that would make that possible.
Don't worry, it won't be 2 adults. Starting tomorrow, I'll be gone. I'll be away on business for the whole month. So subtract out my expenditures and you'll find that it's more than doable.
That's quite the spur-of-the-moment departure. Your work has never asked this of you before.
I'll leave the promised $200 before I go. Find a way to survive on that till I get back.
That's far too little money. Why are you being so cruel? You're forcing such a restricted lifestyle on me.
It's because you don't fully understand the value of money. You don't appreciate it. I'm doing you a favor, Amy. This will be a valuable experience that you can learn from.
A valuable experience? It's pretty hard to see it that way, Dan.
Man, I'm getting irritated just thinking about it all. If I'm leaving you with 2 Benjamins, I might as well treat myself when I arrive at the job site.
That doesn't even make any sense.
No, I think I've changed my mind. Instead of $200, I'll leave you with divorce papers.
Are you being serious?
As serious as a heart attack.
Was that a yes? You're really going to divorce me?
Good luck surviving the month penniless. If you make it, let's meet again.
My name is Amy. I'm 33 and a housewife. Dan, my husband, was a gentle, kind man while we were dating. But the very moment we got married, he changed. He was the type of guy to shower you with gifts while you were dating, then cut them off completely the moment he got what he wanted. He has been a chauvinistic husband for a while. That's his true color. However, those tendencies have become more and more aggravated in recent months. But living a month with no money... I, who, as a housewife, had no streams of income outside of Dan, found this whole situation completely hopeless. And yet, later, he found a way to put me in an even worse situation. I was truly between a rock and a hard place.
Amy! Are you alive? Are you enjoying being a pauper for a month?
I'm alive. I'm living like normal, spending my days reading, writing, and drawing.
Again, wasting time on those sketches of yours. You've got no talent. You're just wasting your time pursuing such endeavors.
Drawing is a hobby of mine. Having talent doesn't matter at all. The least you could do is let me enjoy my hobbies.
Enjoy them? I'm even jealous, really. You with nothing but time, idly pursuing dreams that will never manifest. All the while I'm slaving away at work.
If you're going to try and guilt-trip me like this, at least let me work as well. While we don't have any children, let me work and bring in just a little extra money for us.
Nope, not happening. If you work, what does that say about me? That I don't earn enough money?
Why does this always come down to your pride? I feel more stress and anxiety every day that I live like this.
I hate to spring this on you while you're on the verge of an emotional breakdown and whatnot, but a debt collector will be coming by the place today. You just take care of him for me, okay?
What? A debt collector? Why would someone like that be coming to our place?
He's been chain calling me all morning. It's been a real pain in the butt. I told him you were there and that he could get the money from you. That was the only way to get him to leave me alone.
Why'd send him to me? What am I going to do?
Right, even when he gets there to collect, it's not like you have anything to pay him with.
So you've just been taking out loans without telling me?
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't think I could keep it a secret any longer, so I'm coming clean. I've been doing a little gambling for a while now. Turns out I'm not very good at it. I've racked up about $10,000 in debt.
How could you? Is this the truth?
Every word of it.
How are you going to pay it off? We already live paycheck to paycheck and you went and stacked gambling debt on top of it?
It'll all work itself out, don't you worry. So long as we're still alive at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Oh, you're an optimist now, are you? I, on the other hand, have to rely on leftovers and nibbles of bread to sustain myself. All I have are worries. How can you possibly be optimistic?
Just be glad you have something to eat. That's doing pretty well for a shut-in.
That's an awful thing to say. That's not doing well at all.
Now that I think about it, don't you have that jewelry you got from your parents? If I remember right, it was a ring and a necklace. Why don't you just sell those and pay the debt with that money?
You can't expect me to do that.
I remember them being pretty expensive looking, so that might just work.
I could never sell those. They were my mother's. I keep them as keepsakes. They're the only thing I have to remember her by.
Well, if you don't do that, then what's the plan? You have to do something. Those collectors they are sending seemed pretty ticked off. I doubt they'll leave empty-handed.
You're already making me live on nothing, and I constantly deal with this splitting headache because of you. And then to put me in this situation. This treatment is simply barbaric.
Your monthly spending money and the debt collectors coming have nothing to do with each other.
It looks like it doesn't even matter what I say. Nothing I say to you will change anything.
I'm sure they'll behave and leave you alone as long as you pay. I wouldn't worry too much. Just run your little self down to the pawn store and fetch them their money.
How can you be so nonchalant about all this trouble you've caused me?
We're married after all. It's only right that you help me in my time of need.
Right, because that's what marriage is for after all.
Give it a couple of weeks and things will calm back down. Either that or you pay what's owed and everything will be settled then and there.
And what if I don't sell my mother's things and refuse to pay the debt?
I'll tell them she's almost 35, but please do whatever you want with her.
And what kind of horrible things would you have them do to me?
I'm sure you can figure it out. Use your imagination. You're a smart girl. So if you don't want that to happen to you, listen to me and do as I say.
That's so wrong.
Well, that's the long and short of it, honey. Good luck handling those scary debt collectors.
I hesitate to imagine that you would do this, but... Did you lie about going on a business trip just so you could avoid these debt collectors?
Yep, that's exactly what I did.
If that's the case, then where are you now?
Now? I'm at work.
I know that much. Don't be smart with me. I'm asking, where are you staying? Where are you going at night to sleep?
Where am I staying? With a lady friend of mine.
Sorry. You're staying with another woman?
Yeah, I was down bad with this one. It was one of those love at first sight situations. And I'll tell you, it was a great choice. I couldn't be happier right now.
And you're just going to announce all that with no remorse whatsoever.
Are you mad by chance?
Of course I'm mad!
I told you before, didn't I? Wives don't have any rights. Therefore, you also don't have any right to be angry at me. It's just one side, girl. You can overlook that, I'm sure.
Is there just no end to how horrible you are?
Well, now you know the situation. I recommend you pay whatever sum they want. After that, be a good girl and wait for my return home. Later then. Yo, Amy! What's going on here? The lights aren't working.
Long time no see, Dan. Have you been well?
You finally replied to me. It was saying that you hadn't read any of my messages. And you also wouldn't pick up the phone. I've been through hell trying to get through to you.
Sorry. I've had a ton of things to do. I've been so busy. Things had finally settled down and I wanted to find a quiet place to draw, so I turned off my phone.
It was a frickin' hassle getting you to answer me. And the apartment is pitch black. I can't see anything. What's up with the lights? They weren't turned on.
I did what you wanted. You said to reduce my spending to 0, and so I made sure that the electricity bill would be exactly that. Does that sufficiently answer your question?
No. What do you mean?
I called the power company and had them cancel our contract.
What? Why would you do that?
Because otherwise they charge a minimum payment. So the only way to reach 0 was to cut power completely.
No. That's not reason enough to go and shut the whole line down.
What's wrong? Is this a little inconvenient for you?
Don't mess with me, woman. It's February and we've got an off-season blizzard raging out here. If there's no running power, then I can't use the heater.
If that's your concern, then I made sure to leave a light blanket by the front door.
That thing won't do crap in this cold. And where are you?
Me? I'm at home. Why?
That's a bold-faced lie. Tell the truth.
I am telling you the truth.
Then stop hiding wherever you are and come over here.
Oh, I must have forgotten to mention it. I moved. So while I am at home, I'm not at that home.
Huh? Moved?
I started apartment hunting the day after you told me about the business trip being all a lie.
Apartment hunting? What for?
Well, I can't just live in the same place as some crazy person who punches people for no reason, can I? I did it to protect myself from you.
So this is what the debt collectors meant.
Oh, did they say something?
I told them that you would be here to pay them. Then they were pissed, saying that the house I had sent them to seemed abandoned.
Oh, so that's what happened. It was a pretty quick turnaround from me finding a new place to moving into it.
I thought for sure that you'd be there for me and help me out with this. But thanks to you, they've been on my case every day, threatening me for the past 3 weeks. Do you know how scary that was?
You get what you deserve. It's your debt anyways.
It's not too late. If you were to go now, they said that if the 10K was paid by the end of the day, they wouldn't do anything else to me. Hurry, just get over here.
I refuse. I won't go. I'm not a nice enough person to take on some stranger's debt.
I'm your husband. We're hardly strangers.
I already had our divorce papers processed. We really are just strangers now.
You did what?
I know I was such a burden on you for a long time, but now you're free of me.
Wait, when did you do all of this?
It was exactly 3 weeks ago today.
Then why didn't you say anything at the time? If I knew, then I would have come up with a different plan.
It all started because of that nasty plan to leave me without any money for a whole month. So I decided I was going to be a little mean myself and not tell you.
You have a real twisted personality, you trashy woman. Where did you find the money to do all of this in the first place? A housewife shouldn't have the means to do that.
When I was single and working, I managed to put $30K into my savings. I used that.
You were hiding that much money from me? Hear me out. I promise I'll pay you back. Just lend me 10K to pay off the debt with.
10K? That's a lot of money to lend to someone. And to you, of all people?
Man, that's a relief. Now I can get those damn collectors off my back. This could have been resolved weeks ago if you would have told me.
I'm definitely not lending you any money. Actually, you are the one who should be paying me money.
And how do you figure that?
Because you're a crazy person who beats his wife and couldn't bother to spend any money so that she could survive. I'll be demanding that you pay me alimony in the divorce proceedings. And don't think it will be a small amount either. I'll have you pay for your abuse as well.
I'll just say you're lying.
Are you serious? I recorded you while you yelled at me and I set cameras to capture you punching me. You really thought you could just deny it?
You can't be serious.
I'm talking to the lawyer and he's looking into your relationship with your girlfriend as well. Looks like I'll be able to sue her too. You two can bond over what you owe me.
Just how far will you go for money, woman? And how long do you think that 30K will even last you? I bet you'll run out and hit rock bottom in no time.
Unlikely. I already secured a source of income for the short term.
What? Gonna go bag groceries? That would be about all you're good for.
That's insulting to all the people who work those jobs. I know because I had a stint at a grocery store while I was in college. It was a lot of work and not at all easy.
So that's it, is it? You really are bagging groceries. That won't get you far. You think that's enough? Just wait till you try and live on that.
Don't get too far ahead of yourself. That's not all. I'm also selling my drawings. They're already doing quite well.
You're doing what now?
All those sketches, as you call them. I put them up online to see if they would sell. And guess what? They did. In fact, they are practically flying off the shelves. I've become somewhat of an overnight success, if I don't say so myself.
Huh? People buy those things?
To be able to do what you love for a living. I really am blessed, I guess. I have a lot to be thankful for.
In that case, forget the 10K. How about just $500? That would be great. You're doing well now, right? It's a small sum for you, I'm sure. I'm down to my last $5 in my wallet right now.
That's sad. Truly. It seems that your finances are rougher than the blizzard out there.
They are. I'm really in a bind. The apartment is freezing, and every time I think of those debt collectors, it makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, a word of advice. If you're planning to use the toilet, I wouldn't.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Oh, nothing. But there's no water running to the house right now. I canceled that too. And don't think of using the gas either. It's been turned off like everything else.
Really? You're not tricking me here, right?
I'm as serious as a heart attack.
What will I do? I think I'm already at my limit. I can't hold it.
Well, you better run then.
No, I won't make it. It's that bad.
One more thing I forgot to mention. Do you remember how that apartment was originally rented by me in my name? Since I no longer live there, I canceled the lease on it as well. You now have 2 days to vacate it.
Don't try and put me in any worse position. I'm already between a rock and a hard place. I'm curled up here with this blanket trying to wait out this blizzard.
Well, I hate to do this to you while you're at your breaking point, but there's one more thing that I have to tell you.
What now? Spit it out.
I sent the evidence of what you and your cheating partner were doing to both of your companies this afternoon.
Do what?
If that's the straw that breaks the camel's back and gets you fired, I'm real sorry about that.
That's a lie, right?
No lie here. I really did it.
But it's just evidence that we were cheating. There's nothing there that could get me fired.
Oh, I think it's quite plausible that you do get fired. It makes sense since even now, the company's trust in you is on a downward spiral.
Trust in me? What reason would they have to not trust me?
They said that you haven't been showing up for work these past 3 weeks. And with no notice either. After the 3rd day of you not showing up, I got a call from your company.
That's not on me. I couldn't help that, could I? The debt collectors know where I work. If I were to run into them there, it would be the end of me.
Yeah, but not bothering to show up to work for 3 weeks? That's pretty bad. And didn't your boss try and call you a bunch?
And I ignored him, obviously. I had bigger fish to fry at the time.
You really did. You were in quite a predicament. And still are, I think it's fair to say. Anyhow, I did you the favor of explaining to them every detail of your current situation.
What all did you tell them?
That you got hooked on gambling, ended up taking out shady loans, and are now being chased around by debt collectors. Also that you were held up with the women that you were cheating on me with. And that I was completely unaware of any of this.
You're joking, right?
No, I made sure that there were no mistakes in the timeline of events that I presented to them.
You really are a heartless woman. This really might end up getting me fired.
That's the bet you made. Since the lease on the apartment is almost up, you were soon to lose your place of residence. Isn't that right? I had to send the evidence somewhere.
You could have sent it anywhere, even to my parents. There were plenty of options.
Now that you mention it, I guess there were multiple places I could have sent it.
You did it on purpose.
I guess I did.
I can't even think about that now. I need a toilet bad. I can't even sit still, it hurts so bad.
I guess you'll have to crawl your way to the nearby convenience store then. I think I've taken enough of your time. I'm done replying to you for now. See ya!
Damn it!
After that, Dan somehow crawled his way to the convenience store. But he didn't make it in time. So instead, with his remaining $5, he spent $2.50 of it on a change of underwear. And since his pants were soiled as well, he decided to get rid of them too. So instead, he wrapped himself in that blanket and started making his way back to the apartment. On the way back, however, the police stopped him for suspicious activity. They detained him but let him off with a reprimand. News of the arrest apparently made its way to the woman he was cheating with, and eventually that led to the end of that relationship. Dan spent the remaining 2 days left on the lease in a freezing apartment. I heard that he was scared out of his mind at the thought of the debt collectors coming for him. Despite being fired from his work, every month his portion of alimony was deposited into my bank. I figured that he had found something else to do for cash in the meantime. But nobody really knew what happened to him after that, or where he ran off to. Perhaps those scary debt collectors had gotten to him. Maybe they sent him off far away and introduced him to some work there. As for me, commissions started coming in one after the other, and eventually I had a stable stream of income coming in. Even today, I'm stationed at my desk, pen in hand, living life. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. See you next time.